Right now on Weekend Mornings, new dash cam video of a fatal police chase in Milwaukee will show you what happened. Plus, the Democratic nominee for president has been set. What's next for Kamala Harris? This is Weekend Mornings. Good morning and thanks for joining us on Weekend Mornings. I'm Maddie Heimsch, filling in for Kyle Pazorski. It's a humid start to the weekend. Let's begin by taking a look outside this morning with Jacob Montesano, tracking the day ahead with the first warn forecast. Hey, Jacob.
Hey, Maddie. Right now, conditions are pretty comfortable out there. Current temperature 73 degrees. It is a little humid, and we still are dealing with some morning fog. But overall, if you step outside, it doesn't feel too bad at all. And looking across the area, mostly in the upper 60s and lower 70s. Now, it is going to be pretty warm today, as we are going to see high temperatures possibly in the lower 90s. But as far as rainfall goes, we really aren't expecting any of it. Maybe some tonight, but more consistent rain isn't in the forecast until the very end of the weekend, Sunday night. So looking at the forecast today, plenty of sunshine, highs in the middle to upper 80s. We're not going to see a lot of winds, and it is going to remain a little humid throughout the day. So conditions may be a little bit uncomfortable, but if you do like the heat, there's not going to be a lot more days where the temperatures are this warm going forward. We're going to see much cooler temperatures for next week, as we'll see highs in the upper 80s for today and tomorrow, but next week will be a lot cooler. Now, as far as the rainfall goes, we do have a marginal risk of severe weather Sunday. Now, this is for Sunday night, well after sunset, with a marginal risk for areas Madison and points westward. And then for Monday, there's also a severe weather risk, a marginal risk for Madison and points southward. So, but we don't have any alert days in the forecast simply because most of our area won't see severe weather, but we could indeed see some very heavy rain. I'll track through the timing of the rainfall coming up in just a bit.
Jacob, thank you very much. We'll be back in just a bit. To our top stories this morning, new dash cam video shows a dangerous chase on a Milwaukee freeway, ending with an officer shooting the driver and a pregnant passenger. We want to warn you, some of the video is a little difficult to watch. The incident happened on June 20th. Police say it started when officers tried to pull over an SUV wanted in an armed carjacking. Eventually, police surrounded the trapped SUV. The driver reverses into the squad car, then towards an officer standing behind. That's when another officer opens fire, shooting the driver and his pregnant girlfriend. The woman's unborn baby did not survive. All 6 suspects in the SUV were arrested and charges were issued by the Milwaukee County District Attorney's Office. The involved officer is on administrative duty. And another top story, now more than a month after Devontae Mitchell was killed outside a Milwaukee hotel, his death has officially been ruled a homicide. The Milwaukee County Medical Examiner's Office says Mitchell died from restraint, asphyxia, and toxic effects of cocaine and methamphetamine. The 4 security guards involved in the death have since been fired.
You have to hold so much hatred in your heart to take somebody's life like that. You beat him to death. That's horrible. For 15 minutes, though. From start to finish. It's crazy.
Yeah, right now it's unclear if the Milwaukee County District Attorney's Office will pursue criminal charges. Closer to home, an 81-year-old Illinois man was found dead in rural Arena after authorities say he fell off a tractor. It happened around 1 yesterday afternoon after dispatchers received a report of a man lying next to a tractor around Amaker Hollow Road. Authorities learned the man was maintaining trails on private property when he lost control and was thrown from the tractor. He died at the scene. Vice President Kamala Harris made history yesterday, officially becoming the first woman of color at the top of a major party ticket. Now the attention is turning to who she could choose as her running mate. Bradley Blackburn has the latest on the race for the White House.
The history-making moment happened online, with Vice President Kamala Harris clinching the Democratic nomination in a virtual roll call vote.
We are going to win this election.
Harris will travel to 7 battleground states next week to rally supporters. Her campaign pulled in $310 million in July. Now she's focused on her running mate, meeting with candidates this weekend. President Biden said he's spoken to her about the decision, but wouldn't say what qualities she should look for.
I'll let her work that out.
The short list includes Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, Governor J.B. Pritzker of Illinois, Senator Mark Kelly from Arizona, and Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, who on Friday took on former President Trump's running mate.
J.D. Vance is a total phony baloney.
Vance and Trump are planning another joint rally today in Georgia. Trump now trying to tie Harris to the issues at the southern border.
I think she's a horrible candidate because she wants open borders. She was a border czar. She tries to, deny that now, which is not working.
In a social media post, Trump said he has agreed to debate Harris on Fox News September 4th. It's not clear if the Harris campaign has confirmed, but she has said she's ready to debate. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
A debate between former President Trump and President Biden had been scheduled on ABC in September, but Trump changed course after Biden dropped out. Trump says he is now suing the network for defamation. And Kamala Harris will be making another stop in Wisconsin next week. The Democratic nominee for president will be in Eau Claire for a campaign rally and will likely feature her vice presidential candidate. The event is scheduled to take place on Wednesday, August 7th, starting at 11 in the morning. The location is currently unknown. This will be Harris's sixth stop in the Badger State this year. And while we are just a few weeks away from the Democratic National Convention, our News 3 Now team will have plenty of live coverage from Chicago starting on August 19th through the 22nd. New information now as a $4 billion settlement has been reached over the wildfires that devastated parts of the Hawaiian island of Maui last year. Hawaii Governor Josh Green announced the settlement Friday, and it comes nearly a week before the one-year anniversary of the deadly fires. 7 defendants are listed in the settlement, including the state, the county of Maui, and Hawaiian Electric. The proposed agreement would resolve roughly 450 lawsuits. The settlement still needs to be approved by the court. The fires burned over 2,000 acres and caused billions of dollars in damages. More than 100 people were killed. And a fire burning in Northern California became the 4th largest in the state's history after scorching about 620 square miles. The park fire, which was originally sparked on July 24th, has since spread across multiple counties. According to the California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection, more than 92,000 acres of the 39,000-acre fire involves Forest Service land. The blaze was 24% contained as of yesterday. Back closer to home, the city of Monona is joining the countless others in the state forming referenda for their ballots this November. But this operational referendum for the city is a bit more unique. Over half of residents surveyed supported a $3 million referendum to address a growing demand for city services, growing operation expenses, and a staff turnover rate of more than 22% in 2023. Historically, the average turnover rate has been 1 to 4% per year. Without a referendum, City Administrator Neil Steck-Schulte says there will need to be significant cuts.
Our Parks Department, our library, our senior center, our other, our administrative staff, reducing operating hours, reducing staff in some of those departments, reducing the frequency of something like garbage pickup. Instead of weekly, it goes every other week. I mean, these are going to be things that residents would definitely notice.
The plan promises to increase city staff wages. According to third-party data, more than half of Monona's city positions studied were below the minimum recommended wage. The referendum would also fund garbage and recycling collection through 2029. In Madison, kids and parents from around the area are gearing up for back to school, and you can help make sure the children have all the supplies they need to start the new year off right. Starting this Monday, we're hoping to stuff the bus. News 3 Now and the Boys and Girls Clubs of Dane County are partnering once again to collect donations and school supplies for area students. Volunteers will be accepting your donations from 6 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. at the school bus located in front of Metcalf's Market at Hilldale Shopping Center. We're looking for much needed school supplies such as backpacks, folders, notebooks, pens, and pencils. Our back to school drive runs until Friday, August 16th. And some more local news this morning. Wisconsin will soon increase wages for workers providing care to the elderly and people with disabilities. An executive order signed by Governor Tony Evers directs the State Department of Health Services to spend an already allocated $258 million towards 3 different Medicaid programs. DHS estimates that will give a 15% increase to home care services and a 40% increase to services provided at residential facilities.
They're very excited. There has been some prospects of if we don't get this funding, or if, as the costs continue to increase, and if the funding does not increase with that, there could be potentially some closures all across the state.
Governor Evers also says these funds are critical, saying, quote, our healthcare workers have faced significant challenges these past few years, and these investments will go a long way toward helping make sure workers receive the support and fair compensation they deserve. Time now 5:09. 809 rather, still ahead. The deli meat recall gets bigger. We'll tell you what Boar's Head's products you are being asked to toss out. And now you're taking a live look outside. It's a little humid out. Meteorologist Jacob Madison has your full forecast just ahead.
First Warn Weather, keeping you ahead of the storms.
These were my great-grandpappy's glasses. And now they're yours, son.
Why can't I just get my own?
What? No, these have at least a few hundred years left in them.
I think the kid needs his own. Get 2 pairs of glasses and a free eye exam for $79, all same day.
Yeah, I want my own.
Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
The Sun Prairie Sweet Corn Festival runs August 14th through the 18th. The famous 80 tons of steamed corn, rolled in butter and lightly salted, is served Saturday and Sunday only. Visit sunprairiecornfest.com for complete details and hotel discounts.
It's Toyota's national sales event. Swipe into end of summer fun with an exciting new Toyota. Whether you're paddleboarding in a RAV4, mountain biking in a Tacoma, or tubing with your best friends in a Camry, you'll find plenty to post about all summer long.
Right now, during Toyota's national sales event, you can lease a new Tacoma for $349 a month, or get 2.99% APR for 60 months on a new Tundra.
Come in today. Ooh, like
Toyota. Let's go places.
Now is the best time to buy new Champion windows, because when you buy 2, you get 2 free.
Hurry, Champion's Buy 2, Get 2 free sale is for a limited time.
That's a great deal. Thanks.
Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free in-home estimate online today.
Kids will be back in school before we know it, and we want to make sure they're ready.
That's why the Boys and Girls Clubs of Dane County and News 3 Now are collecting school supplies for area students.
Monday, August 5th, please help us stuff the bus.
We'll be at Metcalf's Market, Hilldale location. Just look for the school bus.
Visit channel3000.com for details and then stop by August 5th to help us
stuff the bus.
Sponsored by Midwest Financial Group, Lamers Bus Lines, and Metcalf's Market.
Joe Biden made Kamala Harris border czar to fix immigration. First, she ignored it.
Do you have any plans to visit the border?
At some point.
Then she just lied.
The border is secure.
10 million illegal immigrants. Migrant crime out of control. Fentanyl kills thousands.
We have a secure border.
Kamala Harris. Failed, weak, dangerously liberal.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good morning, everybody. Here's a look at the 3 things you need to know for the weekend. It is going to be dry and warm today and should be mostly dry during the day on Sunday, but we are going to see some storms Sunday night into Monday, may last into early Tuesday, and overall temperatures won't be nearly as warm throughout much of next week. So as I talked about earlier, there is a severe weather outlook for the storms Sunday night into Monday. Marginal risk for areas west of Madison, including all of you near La Crosse. And then for Monday, we are going to see that severe weather outlook dip south for Madison and points southward. Now, the Sunday severe weather outlook, I do want to point out, mostly for the overnight hours. So as I mentioned, today will be almost completely dry. Later tonight, we do have a small chance of a shower or storm, especially further up north towards Eau Claire. But those storms will dissipate very quickly as they move south. Madison will likely remain dry. And as we get into the daytime tomorrow, we are likely going to continue to be dry for much of our area, with storms expected tomorrow night after sunset. Now, they'll begin to form around 9 p.m. to midnight, but the heaviest rain will be after midnight into the early morning hours Monday. So this line of storms will move into our area from the west, bringing in plenty of rainfall. Not expecting widespread severe weather, but looks like the biggest hazard may be that heavy rainfall, and we may continue to see some flooding concerns as we're going to continue to see some showers and storms during the daytime on Monday, especially for areas north of Dane County and you folks up in Eau Claire. So Monday afternoon, areas in the central portion of of Wisconsin, we'll continue to see some showers and storms, but that line of storms is expected to continue to push southward, and by Monday evening, we're going to see more showers and storms across southern Wisconsin, bringing in more heavy rain and a small chance of severe weather. Now, this may continue into the early morning hours Tuesday, but by Tuesday afternoon, we are going to be dry, and that looks to continue through the end of next week, at least for the most part. Now, as far as precipitation goes, because we have several rounds of showers and storms expected, we could be seeing up to, if not over 2 inches of rainfall total. Again, Sunday night into early Monday, and then again Monday evening for southern Wisconsin. Rain will last a little bit longer for central Wisconsin, but they won't be as heavy when it does rain, but still around 2 to 3 inches for you folks in Eau Claire. Really, our entire area going to see plenty of rainfall Sunday night through early Tuesday. But the good news is that we are going to be dry during the day, today at least. We are going to see hot temperatures, though, as highs will be in the upper 80s, and that's going to be the forecast for tomorrow as well. But this looks to be really the last very warm weekend, at least in the near future. We obviously could see temperatures rise this warm towards the end of August and September, but look at the forecast for next week. Highs will be in the upper 70s, and after Tuesday, at least Tuesday morning, we are going to see dry conditions really until potentially the beginning of the following week. Now, we can't rule out a passing shower or storm, but we're not going to see as much rain as we will see Sunday night through early Tuesday. And even when it does rain, it likely won't last much very long. And so the temperatures are going to be very comfortable. Definitely enjoy the weather when it comes.
Jacob, thank you. Looking forward to a nice week. A major recall is growing and the job market is shrinking. Here's today's Eyes on Consumer report.
The once red-hot job market has cooled significantly. The Labor Department says the economy added 114,000 jobs in July, much less than analysts expected, and a slowdown from the previous 2 months. The unemployment rate jumped from 4.1% to 4.3%. The recall of Boar's Head deli meats has expanded over concerns the products may be linked to a deadly listeria outbreak. More than 70 products are being recalled with sell-by dates from July 29th to October 17th. Dozens of people have been sickened. Consumers with recalled products are urged to throw them out or return them to the place of purchase. And important news for chocolate lovers. Researchers at George Washington University analyzed 72 cocoa products and found 43% had higher than acceptable levels of lead based on California standards. The study also found 35% had more cadmium than recommended. In response to the findings, the National Confectioners Association says chocolate is safe to eat. And those are some of the week's top consumer stories. I'm Christine Lazar, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Mortgage rates plunged to the lowest level in over a year. That dip came after a weaker than expected employment report. It's the lowest rate since April of 2023. When we come back, the George Vitens Golf Academy shows us some tips when out on the course. And several new shows and movies to check out this weekend. Will Loper shares his picks in 3 things to watch when we return.
Drive into summer with a new Honda. Heading out for a day at the beach or a weekend in the mountains. Make an impression with the unmistakable style of the HR-V or turn heads in the sporty Civic. And when you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2024 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. So act now to get an offer you'll love. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into the Honda Summer Event.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you. Thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Teens have drama.
1 more minute.
Braces add more drama.
Oh, how does anyone do this?
Invisalign is better oral hygiene and no drama.
When migraine strikes, you're faced with a choice. Ride it out with the trade-offs of treating or push through the pain and symptoms. With Ubrelvy, there's another option. One dose works fast to eliminate migraine pain. Treat it anytime, anywhere, without worrying where you are or if it's too late. Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects were nausea and sleepiness. Migraine pain relief starts with you. Ask about Ubrelvy. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
To stay on top of my game, I need to keep up my energy.
Cliff Bar is purposely crafted with 10 grams of protein and organic oats.
Because the more good you put in, the more great you get out.
Cliff, the most important ingredient is you.
Sometimes it takes a different approach to see the difference you can make around you. With Capella University's game-changing FlexPath format, set your own deadlines and access coursework anytime. Imagine your future differently with Capella University.
Well, if you're looking to better your golf game, the George Vitense Golf Academy is providing tips to help you lower your score. Here's Joel White showing us posture stability.
One of the most common problems I see in the golf swing is changing of the posture from how you address the ball. For example, moving the upper body back, lifting the upper body up, sliding it forward. Same thing can happen with the lower body. Sliding my hips back, moving them forward, moving them back or in, upper body up, down. Let's walk through a drill that'll help you feel more stability in your golf swing. A simple drill for good posture is this. Lean against the wall, get in your posture, and now go back and through until that trail arm gets parallel to the ground. Don't let that drop. We turn around on the back side, other end of the spine, go back, rotate all the way through with that trailing arm parallel to the ground. I'm Joel White, PGA professional. Improve your play the fundamental way.
Another warm start to the day, so what's in store for the rest of the weekend? Meteorologist Jacob Montesano has more. Hi, Jacob.
Hey, Maddie, we're going to see plenty of sunshine, just like we're seeing in this photo by Steve. Maybe not quite the rainbow that we're seeing in this photo. Thank you, Steve, for submitting your weather photo. This was from Monticello, by the way. You can use that QR code in the top left of the screen to submit your photos. I'm going to leave it up as we look at this other photo sent in by Peter Q from Verona, showing a very nice sunset. So thank you, Peter, for submitting your photos. Thank you all for submitting your weather photos. Again, you can use that QR code in the top left of the screen, but if you don't have time to scan it, here's another way to submit your photos potentially later. You can go to channel3000.com, click on the weather tab, scroll down past the 10-day forecast until you see post your own, then give us your name and location, and we may feature your weather photo. You folks have been awesome with your photo submission, and we encourage everyone to keep it up. We enjoy the severe weather photos, but we still want to make sure that when severe weather does strike, that the first priority is to be safe, but we'll definitely take any damage photos that you may have afterwards.
Good reminder. Thank you, Jacob. It is the end of an era for the iconic rock band Aerosmith. Friday, the band announced to fans on social media the difficult decision to officially retire from touring. This comes after lead singer Steven Tyler fractured his larynx last year. The 76-year-old's vocal injury led the band to postpone the rest of their Peace Out farewell tour. The tour was rescheduled to resume this year in mid-September through the end of February 2025. However, according to reports, a full recovery from Tyler's vocal injury is not possible. Summer movie flops led to a deep drop in revenue for AMC theaters. The theater chain's revenue fell almost 24% during the 3-month period ending in June. It went from $1.35 billion at this time last year to just a little over $1 billion this year. Poor performance of films like Furiosa, A Mad Max Saga, and The Fall Guy is one of the reasons for the deep drop in revenue. Last year's Hollywood strike also played a role, but there is hope ahead for the giant movie chain. Sequels to to Gladiator and Joker, as well as Wicked, are projected to bring in huge numbers. There's clearly no shortage of films and movies streaming. Our Will Loper shares a few of the best in this weekend's 3 Things to Watch.
I'm fascinated by the phenomenon of Elizabeth Taylor.
Newly streaming on Max is the film Elizabeth Taylor, The Lost Tape.
What do you think your image is?
Completely superficial, immoral.
Newly recovered interviews with the actress from Hollywood's golden age tell the story of her life and career.
I was told I would never become an actress because I was so concerned with being pretty. I fought against the studios, started to make my own deals.
Elizabeth Taylor, The Lost Tapes is streaming on Max now.
My name's Pip Fitzmoby. For the last few months, I've been investigating the Andy Bell case. Oh, and just so you know, they got the wrong person.
Newly streaming on Netflix is the series A Good Girl's Guide to Murder.
Always believed that your brother was innocent. So if he didn't, who did?
I guess that's what we need to find out.
Emma Myers plays Pip, investigating the disappearance and possibly murder of a student.
If they find out you're looking for them, isn't there a chance they could come after you?
All 6 episodes of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder is streaming on Netflix now.
Does he have more of a basketball bod or a football bod?
He doesn't play sports.
I tend to his grave. I talk to him.
I wish I was with you.
And newly streaming on Amazon Prime Video is the 2024 film Lisa Frankenstein.
You hear that? I'm sure it's the girl next door. She's very odd.
Zelda Williams directs the horror dark comedy about a teen girl who begins a relationship with a reanimated corpse from Victorian times.
Do you like music? I have the Cure. Oh, not that kind of cure. They can't make you better. I mean, they can, but, like, emotionally.
Lisa Frankenstein is streaming on Amazon Prime Video now. Those are the 3 things you need to watch, and this is Will Loper for Weekend Mornings.
Coming up next, a look at our top morning headlines. Make sure to stick with us. This is Weekend Mornings.
My husband and I finally agreed that we need a new bathtub and shower. So he went right to work on handling the project. That's him going online researching bathtub and shower installers. And there he is, calling a few places to get an estimate. I think he's procrastinating.
Call 1-800-HANSONS for a new shower or bathtub you'll love. Installed in as little as 1 day.
It's okay. I called 1-800-HANSONS.
We custom fit your new bathtub or shower into your existing space for a fast, convenient, and hassle-free installation with any safety features your family needs. Safety bars, seats, and more with a no-leak guarantee.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna call 1-800-HANSONS.
That's great, hon.
Get 50% off installation or no interest and no payments for 1 year. Offer ends soon.
Call 1-800-HANSONS. Get it done.
GA, the advanced form of dry age-related macular degeneration, can irreversibly damage your vision. It can progress faster than you think. When GA threatens your eyes, take a stand. Slow GA with Syfovre. Syfovre is an eye injection that was proven to slow damaging lesion growth over 2 years with increasing effect over time. It's the only FDA-approved treatment to slow GA in as few as 6 doses per year.
Don't take Syfovre if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye that may include pain and redness. Syfovre can cause serious side effects such as eye infection and retinal detachments, severe inflammation of vessels in the retina which may result in severe vision loss, wet AMD, eye inflammation, and an increase in eye pressure. Most common side effects are eye discomfort, wet AMD, small specks floating in vision, and blood in the white of the eye. Tell your doctor right away if you have any side effects.
Every moment counts. Act now to slow GA with Syfovre. Ask your retina specialist about Syfovre.
After driving cattle in the 1880s, hitting the hay could be a literal experience. But some lucky cowpokes got to sack out in a brand new Sealy mattress. And after 140 years, Sealy is still delivering a great night's sleep. That's why Denver Mattress is proud to offer the Sealy Posturepedic Plus Hybrid. With cool-to-touch covers, body-hugging memory foams, and motion-reducing coils, you'll sleep cooler and more comfortably all night long. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Sealy.
Your weekend just got better with great summer deals at Macy's. Save on everything you need to stay cool and look amazing for the rest of the season with an extra 15% off. Today through Sunday at Macy's.
Right now, one deputy is dead and 2 others injured after a shooting in Florida. We'll tell you what we know. Plus, former President Donald Trump says he will debate Kamala Harris. When that could happen. This is Weekend Mornings. Good morning and thanks for joining us on Weekend Mornings. I'm Maddie Heimsch filling in for Kyle Pazorski. A muggy start to your weekend. Will we see a cool down anytime soon? Let's send it over to meteorologist Jacob Montesano for a first look at your Saturday forecast. Hey, Jacob.
Hey, Maddie. This weekend is going to be warm and muggy like you mentioned, but next week it's going to feel a lot more comfortable. Now, right now, it actually feels pretty comfortable. You know, it is the morning, only 73 degrees, but humidity values up to 81%. But the heat index still at the actual temperature, so that's the good news. We are likely going to see the heat index creep a little bit above the actual temperature for the afternoon hours as the sun really comes out. But right now, we're seeing pretty comfortable weather, upper 60s, lower 70s for much of the area. And we also are pretty much completely dry, just a few sprinkles here and there, but otherwise, we are not seeing much. Throughout the day, we're going to see plenty of sunshine, but we are going to see some pretty warm temperatures. Now, despite us being fairly dry, it still will be a little bit humid out there with highs near 90. Heat index values will likely max out at around 95, so not too bad, but still pretty uncomfortable. The winds are also not going to help at all. In fact, we would like to see a little bit of wind when temperatures are this warm to make it feel a little cooler, but that's not going to be the case. La Crosse, we're also going to see plenty of sunshine and highs in the middle to upper 80s. Now, we do have some storms in the forecast for the very end of the weekend. Now, although this says Sunday, this is mostly for the overnight hours Sunday, where we do have a marginal risk for Madison and points westward. And then Monday, there's another marginal risk, this time for Madison and points southward. But our entire area is expected to see rain at some point, and we very well could see very heavy rain, which could create some more flooding concerns. So I'll talk more in detail about when the rain will occur and how much we will see coming up a little bit later.
Jacob, thank you very much. We will talk to you soon. On to our top stories this morning. New dash cam video shows a dangerous chase on a Milwaukee freeway ending with an officer shooting the driver and a pregnant passenger. We want to warn you, some of the video is difficult to watch. The incident happened on June 20th. Police say it started when officers tried to pull over an SUV wanted in an armed carjacking. Eventually, police surrounded the trapped SUV. The driver reversed into the squad car, then towards an officer standing behind. That's when another officer opens fire, shooting the driver and his pregnant girlfriend. The woman's unborn baby did not survive. All 6 suspects in the SUV were arrested and charges were issued by the Milwaukee County District Attorney's Office. The involved officer is on administrative duty. To another top story this morning, more than a month after Devontae Mitchell was killed outside a Milwaukee hotel, his death has officially been ruled a homicide. The Milwaukee County Medical Examiner's Office said Mitchell died from restraint, asphyxia, and toxic effects of cocaine and methamphetamine. The 4 security guards involved in the death have since been fired.
You have to hold so much hatred in your heart to take somebody's life like that. You beat him to death. That's horrible. For 15 minutes, though. From start to finish. It's crazy.
It's unclear right now if the Milwaukee County District Attorney's Office will pursue criminal charges. New information now from Florida as 3 deputies have been shot and 1 killed.
The first deputy that was struck in the shoulder, I've been told, is in stable condition now. The second deputy that was struck, he was struck in the armpit as well as in the groin and the stomach area multiple times, underwent surgery, and is in serious critical condition. And I was just informed a little bit ago that the third deputy that was shot has passed away.
The Lake County Sheriff said deputies responded to the home northwest of Orlando for a welfare check. While investigating, they heard a disturbance a few houses down. When they got to that home, they saw the back door kicked in. Now, when they entered the home, that's when multiple people started shooting at deputies. Officials say 2 of the suspects inside the home were shot and killed. Another person was taken to the hospital with unknown injuries. Vice President Kamala Harris made history yesterday, officially becoming the first woman of color at the top of a major party ticket. Now the attention turns to who she could choose as her running mate. Bradley Blackburn has the latest on the race for the White House.
The history-making moment happened online, with Vice President Kamala Harris clinching the Democratic nomination in a virtual roll call vote.
We are going to win this election.
Harris will travel to 7 battleground states next week to rally supporters. Her campaign pulled in $310 million in July. Now she's focused on her running mate, meeting with candidates this weekend. President Biden said he's spoken to her about the decision, but wouldn't say what qualities she should look for.
I'll let her work that out.
The short list includes Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, Governor J.B. Pritzker of Illinois, Senator Mark Kelly from Arizona, and Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, who on Friday took on former President Trump's running mate.
J.D. Vance is a total phony baloney.
Vance and Trump are planning another joint rally today in Georgia. Trump now trying to tie Harris to the issues at the southern border.
I think she's a horrible candidate because she wants open borders. She was a border czar. She tries to, deny that now, which is not working.
In a social media post, Trump said he has agreed to debate Harris on Fox News September 4th. It's not clear if the Harris campaign has confirmed, but she has said she's ready to debate. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
A debate between former President Trump and President Biden had been scheduled for ABC in September, but Trump changed course after Biden dropped out. Trump says he now is suing the network for defamation. And we're just a few weeks away from the Democratic National Convention. Our News 3 Now team will have plenty of live coverage from Chicago starting on August 19th through the 22nd. New information now as a $4 billion settlement has been reached over the wildfires that devastated parts of the Hawaiian island of Maui last year. Hawaii Governor Josh Green announced the settlement Friday, and it comes nearly a week before the one-year anniversary of the deadly fires. 7 defendants are listed in the settlement. The proposed agreement would resolve roughly 450 lawsuits. The fires burned over 2,000 acres and caused billions of dollars in damage. More than 100 people were killed. Back closer to home now, the city of Monona is joining the countless others in the state, forming referenda for their ballots this November. But this operational referendum for the city is a bit more unique. Over half of residents surveyed supported a $3 million referendum to address a growing demand for city services, growing operation expenses, and a staff turnover rate of more than 22% in 2023. Historically, the average turnover rate has been 1 to 4% per year. Without a referendum, City Administrator Neil Steck-Schulte says there will need to be significant cuts.
Our Parks Department, our library, our senior center, our other, our administrative staff, reducing operating hours, reducing staff in some of those departments, reducing the frequency of something like garbage pickup. Instead of weekly, it goes every other week. I mean, these are going to be things that residents would definitely notice.
The plan promises to increase city staff wages. According to third-party data, more than half of Monona's city positions studied were below the minimum recommended wage. The referendum would also fund garbage and recycling collection through 2029. While kids and parents from around the area are gearing up for back to school, and you can help make sure children have all the supplies they need to start the new year off right. Starting this Monday, we're hoping to stuff the bus. News 3 Now and the Boys and Girls Clubs of Dane County are partnering once again to collect donations and school supplies for area students. Volunteers will be accepting your donations from 6 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. at the school bus located in front of Metcalf's Market at Hilldale Shopping Center. We're looking for much needed school supplies, backpacks, folders, notebooks, notebooks, pens, and pencils. Our back-to-school supply drive runs until Friday, August 16th. To some more local news this morning, Wisconsin will soon raise wages for workers providing care to the elderly and people with disabilities. An executive order signed by Governor Tony Evers directs the State Department of Health Services to spread an already allocated $258 million towards 3 different Medicaid programs. DHS estimates this will give a 15% increase to home care services and a 40% increase to services provided at residential facilities.
They're very excited. You know, there's been some prospects of if we don't get this funding, or if, you know, as the costs continue to increase, and if the funding does not increase with that, there could be potentially some closures all across the state.
Governor Evers also says these funds are critical, saying, quote, our healthcare workers have faced significant challenges these past few years, and these investments will go a long way toward helping make sure workers receive the support and fair compensation they deserve. Still ahead, meteorologist Jacob Montesano has your first warn forecast. And today in history, on August 3rd, 1949, after a 3-year battle to win both players' and fans' approval, the rival Basketball Association of America and the National Basketball League merged to form the National Basketball Association, or the NBA.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. Trust your home with RG Heating and AC.
Denver Mattress has always believed in investing right here with American-made mattresses, built with unrivaled quality, and sold at factory direct prices. Because improving your sleep life should always be easy and affordable. And during the anniversary 4-day super sale, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Get up to $300 off our Doctor's Choice lineup, or get 60 months no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
This summer, feel confident from head to toe with Sono Bello Permanent Fat Removal, and get summer body ready in just one visit.
I saw the results immediately. It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all, and my abs haven't been this flat since before I had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sono Bello's biggest sale of the year. Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It will change your life. It did for me. I can't wait till the summertime hit. Hot Mom Summer, here I come.
Call 1-800-905-6520 now, or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing.
Sometimes it takes a different approach to see the difference you can make around you. With Capella University's game-changing FlexPath format, set your own deadlines and access coursework anytime. Imagine your future differently with Capella University.
To stay on top of my game, I need to keep up my energy.
Cliff Bar is purposely crafted with 10 grams of protein and organic oats.
Because the more good you put in, the more great you get out.
Cliff, the most important ingredient is you.
The most eventful weeks in political history.
Breaking news tonight after shots rang out.
News 3 Now brought you team coverage. Coming to you live from Milwaukee.
I've been in talks with delegates from all over the country.
Donald Trump unveils his choice for running mate.
Could bring extra votes from the swing state to the Republican Party.
Every step of the way.
He is dropping out of the 2024 presidential race.
Provides a whole lot of new energy for Democrats.
The path to the White House goes through Wisconsin.
Here's a look at the precipitation chances over the next couple of days. Dry today, excuse me, just a small chance of a shower tonight and tomorrow, but Sunday night is when things really start to move into our area. Sunday night, Monday, and Monday night, there is a very good chance we will see scattered showers, possibly even widespread rainfall that could last for a few hours and bring some pretty heavy rain. It could last into the day on Tuesday, but after that, we only have slight chances of rain. And that Tuesday during the day will mostly be during the morning. By the afternoon, we are going to be dry with fairly dry conditions for the rest of next week. And take a look at the temperatures during that time. Highs will be in the middle 70s. And at this point, there is no end in sight to the below average temperatures. Now, we're bound to see high temperatures in the upper 80s at some point again. But looking at the 8 to 14-day temperature outlook through the middle of August, we're going to remain below average, which for this time of year is highs in the 70s. So after this pretty warm weekend, we're looking a lot more like fall, although still a little bit warm for fall, but certainly cooler than what we're seeing right now.
Looking forward to that warm weekend. Thank you, Jacob. New video shows rescue operations are continuing in India after a landslide killed more than 300 people. Officials are in their 5th day of searching for the missing people. Drone footage showed mud-covered plains of eroded land at the site of the incident, where rescuers were continuing their search through rocky terrain among fallen trees and debris. Heavy rain in the area had caused the landslides early on Tuesday. Check out this video from a water rescue at a campground in central Wisconsin. A 64-year-old man was rescued from a truck after it became submerged by raging floodwaters at the Northwood County Park and Campground. That's near Marshfield earlier this week. The man, a parks employee, was trying to close the gates to the park and campground to prevent motorists crossing the Yellow River when his vehicle was swept away by fast-moving water. Footage from the Richfield Rural Fire Department shows crews using an inflatable raft to reach the vehicle and a rope to pull the man to safety. No injuries were reported. Still ahead, Zach Hanley has your morning sports, and you are now taking a live look outside. Meteorologist Jacob Montesano has another check at the forecast next on Weekend Mornings. Stay with us.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Introducing the new Sushi Lover Madison. All-you-can-eat sushi and hibachi at an amazing price. Now open at Westtown Mall for lunch or dinner. Be sure to try Sushi Lover Madison.
Hi, Phil Swift here for Flex Caulk, our high-performance hybrid caulk with our new Trigger Flow nozzle. Flex Caulk is so easy to use. Just push the trigger and you get a perfect bead every time. And when you stop, it stops. There's absolutely no mess. You can adjust the flow from thick to thin. It also comes in clear, perfect for kitchen countertops, sinks, and backsplashes. Ordinary caulks, they dry out, but Flex Caulk stays flexible. And with our snap and save cap, you can Flex Caulk again and again. There's no waste. Flex Caulk has incredible adhesion. It even works underwater. It dries fast, is fully paintable, totally waterproof, and lasts for years. Forget those ordinary caulks and throw away that caulking gun. Get Flex Caulk, available at these fine retailers.
Okay, 500 deluxe garden gnomes. Wow.
I only meant to order 5. There's not enough money in my account for these. I'm gonna get charged.
2 things I just can't deal with: overdraft charges and garden gnomes. But your BMO Smart Advantage checking account gives you an extra day to avoid an overdraft fee.
Nice to see a bank cutting people some slack.
Well, mistakes happen, and we give you time to correct them.
So you don't like gnomes, huh? What about that one?
That one I like a lot.
BMO. I'm running to fight for an America where the economy works for working people, where you only have to work one job to pay the bills, and where hard work is rewarded, where reproductive rights are not just protected by the Constitution of the United States, but guaranteed in every state, because that's our America. And that's the America I believe in.
FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Introducing the new Sushi Lover Madison. All-you-can-eat sushi and hibachi at an amazing price. Now open at Westtown Mall for lunch or dinner. Be sure to try Sushi Lover Madison.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good morning, everybody. Here's one final look at the 3 things you need to know for the weekend. Today will be dry and warm, but storms are expected for the end of the weekend. Likely not until after sunset Sunday, as most of the daytime tomorrow will be dry as well. But those storms could last all the way into early Tuesday. But after the storms, temperatures won't be nearly as warm as they will be this weekend. So looking at the rainfall forecast, dry today. We could see some showers and storms tonight, especially for you folks up north in Eau Claire, but that line of storms will dissipate very quickly as it moves southward, so southern Wisconsin should remain dry tonight. And then during the day tomorrow, our entire area is expected to be dry once again, but after sunset, we are going to see some showers and storms start to form, especially between 9 p.m. and midnight, but the heaviest rain will be after midnight into the early morning hours Monday, as we're going to see very heavy rain move into our area. Small risk of severe weather, but the heavy rain will be the biggest hazard, as we could continue to see some flooding concerns for our area. And as we get into the daytime on Monday, still could see some scattered showers and storms, but especially north of Dane County. Madison and points southward may remain dry from the late morning through the afternoon Monday. Can't rule out a passing shower, but you folks up north in Eau Claire will continue to see rain at that time. But southern Wisconsin will see another round of showers and storms before this clears out. In the Monday evening into the early overnight hours, we are going to see more storms in southern Wisconsin, and once again, there's a small chance that some of those storms could be severe. Once the rain clears out Tuesday morning, though, we are going to be dry for the rest of next week. But before that happens, we could be seeing over 2 inches of rainfall for parts of our area. Now, some of these may be a little bit more isolated where the storms form, but in general, our entire area expected to see quite a bit of rainfall the next couple of days. So enjoy the dry weather this weekend, despite it being pretty warm with highs in the upper 80s. Maybe don't spend too many hours consecutively outside today and tomorrow, because it will get a little uncomfortable, but certainly not at the dangerous level, but it's not too far from that danger level. So just be aware, heat index values will be in the middle 90s at times, but next week is going to be just gorgeous after the rain clears out. 70s for much of the week. Actually, really all of the week, honestly, except for tomorrow, of course. But then as we get towards next week, we're going to continue to be in the 70s. So once the storms clear out Tuesday, we also are going to be dry with plenty of sunshine. So if you like the warm temperatures, enjoy the weekend. If you don't, well, you just got a few more days to power through the warm weather.
Thank you very much, Jacob. Here are your weekend morning sports.
Three words come to mind when you think of the Wisconsin receiver room: twitchy, fast, and versatile. But you could also add in deep there. That room has a bunch of guys that are ready to contribute. And it starts, of course, with Will Pauling and Bryson Green. And the two leaders of the wideouts are pretty excited 4 practices in, because they're seeing a confident bunch that's ready to make big-time plays.
Knowing the offense like the back of our hand, being able to call things, check the things, it's so much easier, and we're all more confident when we're out there on the field. So I think that showed up in spring ball and even just at the beginning of fall camp.
We have so many guys in the room that are so talented. We have a lot more depth in the room, and at that depth, along with the confidence we have now, I feel like the sky's the limit for this group, and I'm excited for the first game. I'm excited for the season to get here, because I know what we're capable of, and I'm confident that if we're going to work every day here in fall camp, and it's going to play out.
Still crazy to think that Joe Pavelski won't be playing hockey next season. After 18 years in the NHL, the former Badger called it a career, even though he still hasn't said the word retire yet. The Pride of Plover was doubted every step of the way. 7th-round draft picks aren't supposed to do what he did. Just don't mention that to Mark Johnson, who watched Pavelski grow up on the ice.
People always say, well, he's not fast enough, he's not big enough, he's not strong enough. But I say, well, the only problem he has is he scores goals. And so, you go to junior A and be, junior A hockey player of the year. Come to, well, you can't play college because you're not this, and that. And, you come in and, win a national championship. And then, well, you certainly can't play pro. And he put up numbers that are remarkable.
I feel like I got a whole lot more out of this game than I could give it. With the people you met and the experiences I got to share with friends and family and teammates. So looking forward to it.
Brewers opening up a 3-game series in the nation's capital. Tied at 3 in the 6th. Bases juiced for Blake Perkins, and he comes up clutch. The base knock scores 2 as the Brewers go on to win 8-3 is their final. And that's it for morning sports. Have a great day.
And the Big Ten Conference is celebrating its new arrivals. Oregon, UCLA, USC, and Washington are officially members of the Big Ten as of yesterday, growing the league's number of schools to 18. An airplane carrying a banner welcoming the schools to the Big Ten could be seen flying around Los Angeles yesterday afternoon. Coming up next, how Los Angeles is honoring the Black Mamba and his daughter. That's next on Weekend Mornings. Stay with us.
Mark, a little help here?
Oh, keep it down. The noise is making them angry.
Whoa. Hey, I'm not a beekeeper, but I can replace these windows fast.
Let Feldco be the experts in your home renewal. Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free. Plus, no interest until 2026. And we'll get it done Feldco fast.
Buy one window, get one free, and soon. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Taking the time to savor Thomas's crunchy yet soft bagels.
Thanks, Tom.
It's Tom, actually.
Right, Tom.
Tom. You doing that on purpose?
Tam.
Tam.
How have we got to Tam?
Huzzah! A toast to breakfast.
The Sun Prairie Sweet Corn Festival runs August 14th through the 18th. The famous 80 tons of steamed corn, rolled in butter and lightly salted, is served Saturday and Sunday only. Visit sunprairiecornfest.com for complete details and hotel discounts.
GA, the advanced form of dry age-related macular degeneration, can irreversibly damage your vision. It can progress faster than you think. When GA threatens your eyes, take a stand. Slow GA with Syfovre. Syfovre is an eye injection that was proven to slow damaging lesion growth over 2 years with increasing effect over time. It's the only FDA-approved treatment to slow GA in as few as 6 doses per year.
Don't take Syfovre if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye that may include pain and redness. Syfovre can cause serious side effects such as eye infection and retinal detachments, severe inflammation of vessels in the retina which may result in severe vision loss, wet AMD, eye inflammation, and an increase in eye pressure. Most common side effects are eye discomfort, wet AMD, small specks floating in vision, and blood in the white of the eye. Tell your doctor right away if you have any side effects.
Every moment counts. Act now to slow GA with Syfovre. Ask your retina specialist about Syfovre.
Sometimes it takes a different approach to see the difference you can make around you. With Capella University's game-changing FlexPath format, set your own deadlines and access coursework anytime. Imagine your future differently with Capella University.
Mission Unstoppable, Saturday morning at 9.
Finally this morning, the Lakers have revealed a second Kobe statue. It's outside Crypto.com Arena. The new statue pays tribute to Kobe and daughter Gigi. Surrounding the sculpture are purple and gold flowers and a plaque that reads, quote, Gianna Bryant, inspirational icon for girls in sports, and Kobe Bryant, proud supporter of women in sports. Now here's Jacob with one final check of your Saturday forecast.
Thanks, Maddie. It was nice having you in this morning. Here's a look at the 10-day forecast. We're going to have highs in the upper 80s today and tomorrow, but during the day, for both days, we likely are going to be dry. Slight chance of a shower and storm tonight. Better chance for showers and storms tomorrow night into early Monday, where we could see some pretty heavy rain. Small chance of severe weather. During the day on Monday, we may continue to see some scattered showers and storms, but another line of widespread storms will happen Monday evening into early Tuesday. And then once the storms clear out Tuesday, we're going to be dry for pretty much the rest of next week. And temperatures are going to be very comfortable as well. Highs will be in the middle to upper 70s, and that continues through the end of the 10-day forecast. So warm temperatures this weekend, more comfortable temperatures for much of next week.
Jacob, thank you. Looking forward to those warm temperatures. And thanks for joining us this Saturday on Weekend Mornings. Have a great day.